Now understand that Quan Yin is here as well.
Yes.
Why is Quan Yin here? What is Julia's relationship to Quan Yin? I think she'd be very interested in knowing.
I see a series of events which I cannot, it seems challenging to put into words. Quan Yin is the consciousness.
Is Julia an expression of Quan Yin?
Yes.
Yes. So what
A
is...
divided expression, a drop.
Mm-hmm.
A drop from a vast body of water. A drop from the same water is still part of that. But it's also a drop that is a drop by itself. But it's always connected to the body, main body of water where it came from. That's the connection.
Mm-hmm. That's beautiful. And what message does Quan Yin have specifically for Julia today?
It's a picture that is being deciphered into information. And it started with a beautiful dance with Quan Yin. More than one, many Quan Yins in a circle. But it's a different view. It's a different view. I can see them as if I'm facing them. But they're flat in a circle, but I can see their faces in a flat circle. And it's spinning, and then there's a space in between them, and it becomes black, like a black hole, and just spins. So the energy that is perceived here is that there's a lot of power that is going to come through, and there needs to be not control, a different word. If the emotions will not be regulated, if free will and other choices such as drugs and alcohol will be chosen, it will lead to a path of destruction much greater than before. Because the path of light is very strong and very important. And the soul is yearning to get there. But if that path is not followed, the soul's journey will end. Julia's journey will end. And it is a small possibility based on probability of will and her choices.
How can we help her with that today? To eliminate that sense of doubt and to eliminate any dependency on outside substances.
We need to do a full body clearing. There's a lot of trauma from past lifetimes, from trauma from the karma that she has experienced through the body, and it has stayed in the body, which is producing the effects such as the rash that Western medicine cannot explain or fix, because it is not of a physical nature, which she also knows but doesn't know how to handle. is about clearing the body. The etheric blueprint needs to be restored. The meridians are not, they're not aligned. Energy, life force energy is not flowing freely. It is something that she needs to work on to start reopening the Ka channels, to have life force energy flow freely. And that takes daily practice. Something she also used to do and also knows about. All the wisdom and information is always on a subconscious conscious level. She's aware of it. She's just choosing to ignore it. But we're helping.
Mm-hmm. Are there any particular lifetimes that she needs to know about, or can you go ahead and just clear it without her knowing the root cause of the lifetime that caused it in the first place?
For this lifetime and life purpose, it is unnecessary to revisit anything prior, because what matters most is the karma that you came into this lifetime to go through.
Can you begin clearing that now?
Yes.
Thank you. How will you clear all of this karma?
Like language.
Okay.
Aligning the meridians. Assisting body clearing of blocks. Energy blocks. Etheric surgery is what is needed on certain areas.
Okay. So which areas in particular do you notice that you have to work on the most?
The kidneys.
Okay.
Yato sana moleate coriato testa. Otiana sa derino sotekenati tutvanatatea nametare sekiana jituna sareatoko barianato aistinea.
Will she be completely healed of all of this karma at the end of our session today?
One session will not be enough.
Okay.
It'll be 5 days. But she needs to take the time to center and come to a place of stillness where she gets the most benefit from the clearing, where she feels the difference. The headaches will come and go. She feels right now the pressure because there's a lot stored around the mind. The mind is where she has a lot of energy blocks because she's so mind oriented. ego-oriented, thought-oriented, understanding logic. There is no logic here. There's no explanation. It's about trust and intuition. The blocked energy used to be in her solar plexus, but it switched to the mind. That is why she has a lot of headaches. Because she tries to think about everything too much. Just let go, surrender, feel.
And how does her body look now? Are there any other areas that need help?
It's pretty bright. With a red and orange aura. Red around the body, orange on the outside. Extending to about 2 to 3 feet in thickness. Very vibrant colors.
That's what we want to see. So the rest of her body looks fine.
The legs are on, not as vibrant. We'll work on them now.
Okay.
There's a really strong, cold energy running through the legs. It's coming from fear. It's as if they're frozen.
So fear of moving forward in life?
Yes. It's all based on fears, based on the past. If she was to stay in the present, right here and now, that's when she will find complete and utter peace and joy. Not thinking about the future, questioning, wondering, not regretting and comparing to the past, making assumptions for the present and the future. Just being right here and now. This fear is quite strong, strongly embedded in her, and her environment is not supporting release of that fear. But that is part of her getting through that experience. It is all there to push her to her limits so that she can overcome the boundary and then move forward freely, as she's done with many different things. And yes, her lessons will be strong, painful, powerful, but it depends how she perceives them. They can be extremely powerful, or they can be just what they are, lessons to evolve further and higher, to have a better understanding, to gain more inner strength and ability.
Is Julia's husband supportive enough for her?
He is, and he is growing. He's making a lot of changes. It is not a coincidence that right before she came back, he stopped smoking marijuana, which was holding him back greatly. It is not a coincidence. It is time for both of them to change and grow together. And they are here to trigger each other, but also to grow immensely. They're going to be involved in their soul paths do intersect. Not intersect, they merge. They merge to become one, as it may seem sometimes that they're going opposite directions. That is normal, that is okay. But there is a great sense of unity and purpose for both of those souls to come together in union and to express their divinity together.
So they will have a common life purpose moving forward?
Yes. Yes. Both their soul journeys, life purposes they intertwine.
And what is the nature of their purpose together?
To open a center.
Okay.
A center of spirituality, as Michael already has seen a vision and spoke about that, and so has Julia. But fear has really crippled and stopped the visions and the ability to see and feel the connection, which will come online very shortly. It's just a matter of time and acceptance. Their purpose is to open a universal lighthouse, a center for spirituality where one can come and have access and ability to access any and all appropriate services that will help them get to where they need on their path, whether it be Reiki, yoga, spiritual support, hypnosis, activation session, a lecture, whatever it may be. It will be like an education center, like a spiritual college, where people come and they can learn more about themselves. And there's going to be programs for children, like a Sunday school, but more a universe school.
I think of that
Life
as an Ascension center.
That is exactly what it will assist others.
Yes. And where is this to be located?
The location is unknown yet, but it is going to be not in the city. It will be out of the city.
Mm-hmm.
There's trees. There's a river, small river, not too far, where people can go for walks in the nature. It will definitely be in the nature setting.
Will it be in Canada?
Yes.
Will it be in Ontario?
Yes.
Okay. All right. How many of these Ascension type centers are there going to be around the world?
I'm seeing the number 33.
Okay.
But it may not be related to the number of centers. It may be related to when that path of starting the center will be. And that also pertains to her age. She will become 33 next year, when everything and all the doors will be blown wide open, when everything will integrate and full online access will be available. That is when synchronicities will just start flowing even more. For that, she needs patience,
Okay,
but also acceptance and love.
I'm hearing others talk about opening Ascension centers as well. I feel guided to open one out in British Columbia.
Her brother lives in British Columbia. That is a beautiful place as well. There's going to be many ones, not only in Canada, also the US. It will take some time, but not as long as people usually think. This is not... People are ready. Humanity is ready. And they don't know what they're missing. They don't know where, how, with who. Same as Julia. She's been searching for a guide on the physical plane. Most people, not most people, they're not trusting their inner vibes, their intuition. They need outside validation, and even when they get the validation right in front of them, they still doubt it. So when you have somebody that went through the experience, physical embodiment that can guide others, that is what will take it to the next level through experience of embodiment and light work, is through paving the way is where people are going to see, feel, hear, connect, adapt, ascend. And they're going to want to do it on their own. There's not going to need to be any marketing or putting it out there or trying to sell it. They're selling nothing. It is going to be a heart-centered center, and there's going to be more than one. And there's a lot of light workers that are given the seeds of ideas, and they will come together when time comes. They will all come together energetically. Many are getting ready, many have ideas. When time comes, they will just flow in together as one.
Are
like
these
a fire.
soul groups coming together?
They're coming together all over the world. They might not be coming together physically. Some are not.
Okay.
But over many social media sites, they come together, they communicate. Same as Julia, when she started her ascension process, she was guided and connected to many, many souls all over the world, and she had a very strong connection to them. But right now she needs to stay offline. She has reopened her Facebook account, has not looked into it, and she doesn't need to because she's not ready for that yet. The integration and adaptation needs to take precedence at the moment, and focusing on her own well-being and focusing on reconnecting to spirit internally and listening to the signs that are there all the time, the guidance. And if she was to slow down enough, she will be able to hear, feel, and connect with everything and anything that she needs and wants. She's just focusing on the go, go, go of life, the kids, the routine, the schedule. There's always excuses of why not here and now.
Okay. And so what courses are you wanting Julia to take to prepare for opening this center?
Craniosacral therapy is going to be one of those big things. Courses per se she does not need, because the life experience and also the tools that are coming online and the courses she's already taken, such as the Reiki, the craniosacral therapy, her ability to assist with light body activation, it will be more available, more present, more understandable, and she will be able to relate that in a logical, somewhat logical form, so that other people will be able to understand the process, even though it is not comprehensible. She does have a gift in explaining and simplifying what the process is in terms to make it applicable into the person's ability to understand and comprehend the information to where they are at whatever level they are at. She's able to take one piece of information and explain it 5 different ways for 5 different people so they will understand, because she can read their level of understanding. It is also a gift that is coming through quite a bit, deciphering the level of understanding and the level of their being to see if they're ready or not, what can they handle, what can they not. And that is a way of understanding energetically their goals. So what they say might not be what they need or want, and she knows that. That is something that she's quite excited about.
That sounds like a very valuable gift.
It is, but it is also going to be challenging when you understand, when you have to let go of someone, or a relationship needs to end, or when someone is saying one thing but feeling a different thing subconsciously. But it also will help to draw subconscious belief systems to the surface so that the other person is able to deal with them if they choose so, if they're ready. If they're not, then that relationship will end.
I recently heard about a modality called Axiatonal Alignment. Can you explain exactly what that is, please?
There are many meridians within the body, and meridians are energy point centers, spinning point centers of energy where life force energy, universe, source energy comes through, and that is how, more like an analogy of a battery. We have batteries within the body, and the axiatonal lines, the systems, are like ports that charge the batteries if the port is clear, if the path is clear. If it's not, electricity, which is life force energy, doesn't come through, doesn't recharge the batteries, and there feels a disconnect within the body, disharmony, disease. Many different aspects do start showing up. When there's balance within the energy systems, the system comes online together like an electricity circuit. When one part of the circuit is disbalanced or not online, electricity cannot go through the whole system. You don't get the light. You don't get the benefits. But when you fix one system, when you align it, then you have the full force of the light energy running through the whole body, which invigorates it, which enlivens it, which charges and reverses disease, reverses many different conditions within the body. It's healing, it's life force energy that enlivens the body, but it also is the connection of the wisdom that comes from spirit. So when there's balance and harmony and flow between the meridians, then there will be balance, harmony within the mind, body, and soul.
So it does work on a quantum level.
Absolutely.
Okay. All right, perfect.
Quantum, physical, etheric, all realms. It is a connection between mind, body, and spirit.
Okay. Thank you for explaining that to me.
No problem.
So her body now looks good and clear?
It is.
Okay. And what differences do you feel that she will notice now?
The allergy will take some time, but it's also a byproduct of all the changes that are occurring in the body. All the clearing that is going on, and the body needs time to catch up. So the clearing is happening on a cellular quantum level, but it's more like dirt that is stuck within the cells, within the meridians, that is being released constantly, is going through the physical organs. That is why the kidneys are organs that filter out the blood. They filter out the byproduct of cellular regeneration, cellular growth and death. So all the byproducts that circulate throughout the whole body, more like the byproducts of getting all that energy out from inside the energy body, needs to come through. That is why it is affecting the kidneys, and it's affecting their ability to filter out all the toxins and the byproducts from the blood, because that is what's happening. All that energy is going through the kidneys. That is why they're getting the brunt of that energy. But they will come back online. She's eating well, she is taking care of the body, exercise, but there needs to be more emotional support, mental support, spiritual support. And that's also coming.
Perfect. Would you say that most disease then is caused by a buildup of toxins in the body?
Majority of diseases, some have factors such as outside contributions, many different foods, pesticides, all the chemicals, medications. There's many different things, but the majority of the sources do come from from mutation that occurs due to energy buildup. When you have energy, energy is frequency. Frequency that disturbs the frequency of multiplication and growth of the cells. So when that occurs, the cells do not replicate as they are supposed to, because other frequency that is jammed in that area that has a very strong vibration is blocking the proper process for multiplication of cells. And that is when cells do mutate into something different, because now they're being impacted by that energy. And once they start growing, it just grows out of control because there's a lot more impact. So if those emotions are not released and healed, that is when cancers, diseases, illnesses come about. That's when organs get damaged to the point of chronic damage that doesn't go away. Everything can be healed to a certain degree. It all depends on the level of the mind, body, and soul that is ready to accept things as they are, to clear fully. Not as an idea of clearing, but deep soul, internal cleaning, cleansing.
What would you say is probably the best way to detox the body?
Fasting. Fasting, drinking a lot of water. Fasting is the best. 5 days.
Okay, what about lemon in the water? Is that beneficial? Or just filtered water?
There's no added benefit that could really assist in lemon. The best remedy is the simplest one. Energy, very high energy frequency is held within water. The best way is to increase and amplify the energy of the water to contain and emit light with invocations, with prayer, with positive thinking emotions. Mostly with invocations to light, to water, of light to water. And then ingesting those light particles within the body, which cleanses, detoxifies, and activates the light body from within. Okay. It assists the process of ascension in all. And it can be done for animals, for humans, for everyone, because it affects you on a physical, cellular level. It assists the integration from physical to light.
Okay, thank you. Now, does she have any trauma from in vitro or birthing that needs to be resolved?
No.
No? What about the original separation from Source as she perceived it to be? Is there any healing that needs to be done around that? Can you do that today, please?
Yes, and I will assist her own acceptance and love towards herself.
Beautiful. And how are you going to do this?
Through frequency of sound, which will align the brain waves, to align it with spirit, original spirit, higher self. An alignment that will increase her ability to see, feel, and experience Source love, and to express it. Oneness, the feeling of oneness, is what we're going to put back.
I'm sure we can all use a little bit of that.
Yes, everybody will. Everybody's here with certain gifts to assist humanity on their... It's a long, long path of ascension. And different levels require different healers, teachers, guides. Everybody's here to assist on a certain level. Your assistance is much appreciated.
I'm grateful to offer.